Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is a quick commentary, okay? We're going to watch and chat today, okay? So, Candiace went live on her IG. Chris was also there. And I wanted to show y'all the things that she was saying and give y'all my commentary with it because I know y'all like it when I sit and watch and y'all sit and watch with me as I talk through what we're seeing. Okay, but y'all know first things first. If you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to my channel. This one and to JayLee's Corner Talk. The link to that one is in the description box below. I'm going to load the full lives that Candiace did. She did two different lives. One was an hour, okay, and the other one was about 38 minutes. I'm going to load both of those in full to my other channel. But again, this is the just a little chit chat of the main things she was saying in my commentary on that. Okay. Do not forget to like and comment and share and relax and center yourself and inhale and all these things I say every single video. So y'all know, please do that. You can follow me on social media at Jaylee's Corner on IG, Twitter, and also on Tik and the Talk. I need to add TikTok up there because I am on TikTok now. Anyway, yeah, so let's just go ahead and get into the foolishness. Now, look, I am here, boom, pow, pow, and whatnot, but let's get into the first lie. This is a part of the 38-minute lie she did, honey. I had to cut it on down to about 10 minutes because, again, it was a lot of information. So, that's the first one was 38 minutes, the second one was over an hour, like an hour and like 8 minutes. Honey, so much things being said. If you want to let in full again, go over to Jaylee's Corner Talk. But let's get into this. Boom.
Oh, thank you, the Rain F. James. People did not like my reunion hair, but I really liked it. It was executed well. Shout out to Octavia.
This how we know we can't trust Candace. Because girl, that hair wasn't done well. She ain't like you. Okay, it was too thick. It was just too thick round the scalp part. Round the scalp part, it was like a high top fade with hair coming down. Okay, so Candace, stop lying.
The stylist, she she handled it, and Premium Hair Collection came through with the unit. They said the bob was too long or too big. It wasn't too long. I mean, you know what? It could have been an inch and a half shorter. I would have been okay with that, but I liked
I know.
where it was. So there's a lot of conversation about my husband and his feelings about my segment of the reunion with our guest host, Nicki Minaj. So right before my segment was the husband segment. I know that wasn't clear because I was moved to the end, but chopping and screwing happens.
I think she was confused because she said something different on the other video. She said the opposite. So I think she confused. She made me confused. Listen.
To move things to make sense. And you saw when I sang, they had the camera back behind the big cameras that were set up watching us, and you saw all of the husbands standing there because they were getting ready to come out for their segment. And so my husband was standing there. He saw the whole thing. Chris has feelings about me singing on my show.
That's crazy. This is the weird part. I know that, production can sometimes be crazy and, no one wants to be seen in the wrong light. But I'm like, when you are on a nationally syndicated, popular, poppin' TV show, I think your husband, should always be okay with you singing because it's exposure. As long as you sound good, I mean, what can go wrong?
Because there have been hiccups in the past that may or may not have had something to do with production, namely at Robin's engagement party.
That was, yeah, that was a bad performance. But was that production and was that you?
When the music cut out. Why would the music just cut off?
Because sometimes that happens.
Why would that happen? Now, could it have been a technical issue? Yeah, it could have been. I've performed many places over the course of my life as a solo artist, as a member of a group, as a member of a choir, all over the world. And technical issues happen all the time. Like, you'll be in the middle of the song, the sound cuts out, the mic cuts off, there's feedback, shit happens. So
But if shit happens, why you blaming production? See, this is the weird thing. I want Candiace to stand in her amazing voice, if that's what it is, and just stand in it. If Chris has an issue with you performing or singing or showing your talent on a TV show, I don't think that makes any sense. But that's just me. That's just me. And if you've been singing worldwide your whole life, you should be used to technical issues and be able to pivot. Okay, pivot. And it's weird because the time she's saying the show has messed her up, she still ended up sounding fine. We get technical issues, but stop blaming people. Just let Chris be mad.
Chris was not happy about that. And there have been a number of things that have taken place that have just made him kind of not happy and made him side eye me singing around the show. And that was his concern was, oh my God, she's going to sing and it's going to look like she bombed or she sucked or whatever. Because no one told me that that was going to happen. And according to the powers that be, they didn't know it was going to happen. So
But should a singer be surprised that they asked to sing when they promoting the album? Because the deepness of her space of the album is supposed to be promoted. So I would always be ready to sing. When you're a singer, usually singers are ready to sing. And I mean, do you have to know you have to sing beforehand? I don't know. I'm leave it be.
when it happened, it happened. It was a thing. It looked like, I was hesitant because I didn't want to sing. I was scared to sing. I wasn't scared to sing. I wanted to sing a song of my choice, but I forgot I was on television, and in television, there's a thing called licensing. You have to license songs in order to play them, to sing them, to perform them on television.
We know that.
And there is a licensing agreement in place for my music
Congratulations.
with my job, with the network. There are not licensing agreements in place for other people's songs, which is why all the music that you hear on the show, the transitional songs, are, like generic. So I sang Drive.
So Bravo is cheap because, honey, on Easter show, on HBO, they have all the good songs, honey. They have all the artist songs. Even on Power, okay, on Ghost, on the Star shows. Is Bravo this cheap? Because I've heard people's songs on other shows. We be gigging on other shows. I was just watching something the other day, and I'm like, the Wesley Snipes and Kevin Hart movie. And when Kevin Hart did what he did, and they played Tupac. I ain't a killer, but don't push me. They get the licenses, but again, Bravo made this be cheap. Girl, keep talking.
Back. But I wanted to sing a gospel song because I wanted to showcase my vocal ability. And gospel music is great at showcasing vocal ability.
Hallelujah.
And singers will understand this. If you're not a singer and you're, a carpenter or a cobbler or a stripper, like, stick to those rivers and lakes. Don't come in here because you know not of what you speak. I sang Drive.
I'm not a singer. I'm not a singer, but I get it. Okay, it doesn't take a singer to have common sense to know what all. I mean, we know all that stuff. I don't think anyone felt like, oh, Candace on bullshit. You did seem nervous, Mama. And this is the weird thing. If you want to do a gospel song to show your voice off, if you want to have a song to sing, have a song ready to sing, Make a song on your album that shows your vocal ability. Okay, how you gonna push a song that doesn't show how great of a singer you are? I'm just saying, I've seen her sing a cappella on her IG because it be floating around social media. So we know she can sing. So if you can sing, put a song on your album with no auto tune to show your voice so that nobody can question you later and say, she look nervous, real nervous.
Back and I did okay. So, what I want to make clear is that because a lot of people are saying, well, Chris was out of line to be upset with Nicki for her line of questioning and he needs to chill and blah, 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 blah. When Chris came over to me, we were on a break. We were not, as we say, up. The cameras were on because they're always rolling. We were mic'd and our sound was on, as it always is. But we were transitioning from one segment, mine with Nicki, to the husband's. Right? Is that right? Maybe that's no. Maybe we weren't. No. What? Yes, we were. We had to be because
Honey, you was there. We was. We don't know.
they came out and sat immediately after that. He wasn't. He didn't storm the stage. He didn't storm the set demanding that I be given justice. He was out there because we were getting ready to shoot the husband segment, and he was speaking to me. He was not declaring anything to the cast, to Andy, to production. He was talking to me. He was talking to his wife, and he was expressing to his wife that he was discontent or in discontent
Fix it.
based on what he had just seen. You all are making this out to be a thing where, Chris was charging into the room and screaming angrily at everyone.
Who said that? I don't think nobody said that. Look, this is the weird part. Candiace is bringing up how it was a conversation between a husband and a wife, even though you're recording a TV show when you're all mic and cameras are all around. But yes, this is a private conversation between a husband and a wife. No, mama. Whenever you are on any TV show or whatever, anytime the cameras are rolling and you have a mic on, you should know the conversation is going to be recorded. It's Bravo. Okay, we have seen many hot mic moments. We've seen Giselle Daddy say Jamal got 18,000 kids, 18,000 big mamas, that he be out here wanting money. We've seen that whole hot mic moment and how he didn't like Jamal. Okay, we've seen that whole hot mic moment. We've seen Dottie, okay, telling everybody who would listen that Chris ain't shit. That was a whole hot mic moment. And the main thing that we always know is if the cameras are around and if you have a microphone on, you're rolling. So it was not a private conversation. Chris could have easily waited until y'all got home to say, I'm pissed off about that. Because at that point, he couldn't change anything. And if Chris wasn't on stage to cause a fuss or fix anything, he could have held that moment until y'all was at home. My thing is this. Husband and wives do have private conversations. I'm pretty sure I know that happens because I have private conversations with my dude. You know what I'm saying? But don't make it seem like this reunion that y'all are filming with cameras all around and y'all are all mic'd was a private moment that we're taking, out of bounds. Number one, Chris came and defended his wife. Kudos to Chris. Okay, kudos to Chris Bassett.
He was not. That conversation that you heard was not for you. Andy coming over to me was not for you. He didn't do that for camera. Giselle and Chris talking and then Robin chiming in and then me asking Chris for none of that was for any of you.
Oh, so y'all thought was y'all in an imaginary private place? Was it we are imagining we're in a bubble? We see the cameras aren't here. The microphones we're wearing on our packs are not here. This is all a private moment. No, ma'am.
But because the cameras are always on,
Mm-hmm.
you were able to capture a moment that was not meant for you. Welcome to reality TV. That's what you get. But you all need to, you don't need to do anything, but I would like to offer up this piece of context
Mm-hmm.
so that you can go forth and prosper in your arguments with all the information that you need. So
Mm-hmm.
that's all. I just wanted to give you all that note. You heard a private conversation between a
On camera. Oh my God.
husband and a wife, a very gully husband and a very gully wife.
Gully just means ghetto. You know what I'm saying? Gully means I'll get in the gutter. Okay, if you say so.
Who ride for
But won't you cry in the gutter and then get to... I'm sorry. Continue.
each other ad nauseum. Period. Chris is always going to go up for his wife.
As he should.
And Candiace is always going to go up for her husband.
As you should.
That's what we do. I will fight for that man, and
And then she'll cry and sue.
he will fight for me.
He may not cry and sue though.
Okay? With our words, because we were raised, above ground, not in barns.
Oh, we people with barns, we animals. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Regardless of, whatever you all think about, Nicki's line of questioning, I am grateful for the opportunity to speak at length in front of an audience of that size about my music.
And that's the good part. Look, I don't like her album, but other people do. Okay, I did listen to a little bit. I listened to like 5 songs. It ain't my cup of tea, but she has a whole fan base who likes her. So again, it's a great thing that Nicki was asking her, hey, sing a little something. You a singing group, won't y'all sing something? Sometimes you want to sing your own song so folks can fall in love with it. Okay?
Nicki, asked a lot of questions about my album sales versus my streams. A lot of people don't understand the difference between the two. I saw somebody say that Nicki clocked me lying about my numbers. And again, I say, stick to the rivers and lakes that you're used to. Stay in your lane. Don't swerve.
Let me swerve a little bit. I'm gonna swerve just a little bit. I do feel like Nicki caught you in your misunderstanding of what she was asking you because she asked you how many albums did you sell. You told her how many streams that you had. So again, it wasn't that you were lying, but you were definitely not informed. You definitely didn't hear the question. Okay. And so to the naked eye, was Candace lying? I mean, little bit, but maybe not on purpose. Okay. She misunderstood the question because, as we all know, because we all either buy albums or stream albums, we know if I stream a song, that's a song stream. But if I download the full album, hit download, that's the whole album. We get that. We're not dumb, Candace. Give people credit. Now, some folks is dumb. I'm not gonna say it ain't no dumb folks in the world. Some folks dumb, but sometimes common sense is that is common too. Okay.
Because when you swerve, you crash. There's a difference between streams and sales. The way that people are receiving and ingesting music is now different. And streams have become the new supreme. People are now measured by the number of streams they have. Downloads are still important. Those sales are important, but it's about streams. And those are different numbers. It's an important number. My label sends me all of my numbers. You get your numbers, I think, every week or every 2 weeks. And I look at the streams, or my team tells me what the numbers are.
Graphic, what is it? Is it every week? Is it every 2 weeks? Do you look at the numbers or do they look at them and tell you, I need you to get the shit straight?
So that's that. She did me a favor. She did me a favor, whether she meant to or not, by grilling me on my music, on my numbers, on the kind of music I want to make, on, singing a cappella. All of that was a favor to me. And I'm not upset. And you guys shouldn't be either. And Nicki seems like she wasn't feeling you, Candy Girl. I didn't get that vibe from her at all. Again, I said this many times that the perception in the room is always different than the perception when it's chopped and screwed and packaged and edited and delivered to you. It's different. The vibe is different. The content is the same and it's authentic to whatever the story is, but the vibe is different. Nicki was shading you. Well, yeah, she was shading everybody. It was palm trees being whipped in everybody's face.
So that was the first one that she did. And I do feel like I don't think Nikki had an issue with Candiace. I do think there were shady moments, but then, like she said, there were shady moments with everyone. Okay. Now the second live that she did is when Chris came in and gave his little point of view about what he was going through on social media by the Barbs. Okay. But he don't give a fuck what their name is.
Oh, hey. Oh, you're on the live?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What you got to say?
I think this shit is funny right now.
What's happening?
Oh, the Nicki fans are mad at me because I said I don't have to do anything but support you.
Well, they'll be all right. They're called the Barbs.
I don't care what they're called. They're literally all in my DMs calling me the N-word. I'm a bald bitch.
Nicki, get your Barbs. They calling a white man a nigga.
I mean, as Chris ever called them, stop. Mm-mm.
Yeah. How dare I disrespect the queen?
Oh, goodbye. Go put some lotion on your ashy ankles and shut up.
She told me I need to sit down. I said I don't need to do anything but support my wife. I don't think that's disrespectful.
It's not.
And there wasn't. I didn't see an issue with what Chris said. Chris is supposed to stand up for his wife. So we know the bar sometimes be extra, read all about it, but we don't want to hear it.
But they big mad. They're real mad.
Oh, they'll be okay.
I better watch myself before I get my shit pushed in.
Get your shit pushed in.
Yeah, I know.
Who gonna push it in?
Honey, somebody. We don't want to know who.
I think it's funny though. Watch your mouth, cracker.
Yeah, tell your mama. Tell them to come see me in my DMs. They talking to you. Tell them to come see me.
Like, how am I? She said something to me first, but I'm in like I don't get this whole mentality about why are there 491 comments under my tweet.
Because you said something to Nicki Minaj. You didn't say something to a regular folk like myself, okay? Or a regular, you know what I'm saying, fan of the show or whatever. It's Nicki Minaj. And them Barbs is fucking insane.
Under what tweet?
Where there's oh my god. So here Nikki's tweet was Candy Girl husband really needs to sit his ass down, child, laughing my fucking ass off.
Like she was being funny. She was like being light and funny.
Right. I mean
and you were light and funny back.
Right.
People are so tough on social media, right? But wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight.
Pot me kettle. Girl, look, see, this be my issue with Candiace. She be throwing out them jabs, and if somebody come over there trying to bust her grapefruit in a whole damn fruit fight, she gonna cry and call the police.
Also, I will say this. Nicki went in a particular order in the way that she addressed each of us.
Okay.
The order that you saw it was not the order that she went in.
Okay.
They moved people around to accommodate my drama, I'm assuming.
Mm.
And
girl, whatever.
And when the husbands were coming out...
Tone it down, Caillou.
Who is Caillou?
Not Caillou. I need all y'all to Google Caillou because he does like Caillou.
From that school Nickelodeon show back in the day. Little bald head boy.
Oh my god.
He's a bald head man.
When you saw Chris come out there, that was because that was right before the husband's segment. Okay? Chris didn't just come marching out onto the set because he was mad.
Do she know we know that? We seen all the husbands standing around watching the segment. I feel like she think we think her white ass husband came with his white ass privilege and stormed the set. No one thinks that. We know he was out there because they are the husbands were. We seen them all.
He came out there because you saw all the husbands were out there. All the husbands came out, and they were all standing in behind the cameras when I sang because their segment was up next. So he was out there because he was summoned by the powers that be to be out there for the husband segment. Why was Chris angry? Chris, why were you angry? Tell them yourself.
Well, on the show,
Yes.
I just didn't like the way they were portraying things, and so you heard me say something I just have seen the last 3 years of the way that they've done Candiace and her music. I just didn't like the direction I saw it going in and what they were trying to do.
Based on previous
Right.
situations, right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. You said something to me about the way that I was had been portrayed, and something about Nicki and her questions.
Yeah, I just didn't like it.
But it was specific. I'm
I don't
sorry,
remember.
I forgot.
It was
She wanted him to say something specific that he can remember. This is my thing. They have really showcased Candiace way more than they've done other housewives. Because even I think either last season or the season before last, that song she had with Chucky Thompson, I think that was his name, may rest in peace. They promoted that song was always playing on the show. So Candiace has gotten a lot of exposure from this show. The reason people even know she got music out because they're showing her. So anyway, honey, but that's what they said. Okay, now again, she said much more things in different tones about other stuff. I think at one point they brought up how I'm not gonna say that. Go look at the full thing to see everything she said. They have a comment there. That would be on Jaylee's Corner Talk. Anyway, I have to go. Thank y'all for coming. Listen to my commentary on the foolishness and whatever. Comment in the comment section, like the video, share it, and I will see y'all tonight because we will be live tonight on Jamie's channel for the Ladies First panel because Thursday versus is on. So today, Wednesday at 9:30, come check us out on Jamie's channel. Now on Thursday, y'all know I'm gonna have a live watch along for versus on JayLee's Corner Talk, okay? And then the live after show chit chats, okay, will be on my channel, JayLee's Corner, third. So versus is gonna be popping, okay? Come on and have a good time. But otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Peace.